Yo, first of all, I want to draw particular attention and make mention of my brother Don Honey. You feel me? Some know him, some don't. You do now. You know of him. Spoken word, that boy Don Hunter was good, man. He wear a lot of hats. I don't know what he doing right now, but he probably rapping somewhere. Probably stacking somewhere. Probably about to flip a house somewhere. You know how we do, man. We always, yeah. We probably, you know what I'm saying? Can mess around and sell houses from the online clothing store and have it coming both ways like a corner store. Now, I ain't no actor. I don't want no part. I came for it all, and I ain't leaving until I lock this down to the law involved. To Cam and Nate tickets from a nigga. Should have stole the car. Type of drive I got so hard I would have had a new car tomorrow. Since trees, all we knew was cop. Sell out, order more. But this time it's money and ain't no, I don't know nothing about no Audemars. Listen, don't worry about where it's at. Just be expecting on its way back. All right. You don't need to expect it at a certain time. Don't act like you was waiting for anything of his and mine. I've been in refinement. And what I meant in refine is refining my life, refining my mind, refining me so that I'm in line and aligned with the alignment that I'm supposed to be at this time. Perfect time. Divinely. Planned, orchestrated, guided, protected by the divine himself, God. You feel me? Allowing me to become a master of myself, balanced in my masculine and feminine, and heavily reign as the divine feminine. You feel me? One of, but a powerful person. Highly ranked in the spiritual realm. You feel me? Whether you know or don't know. Big time spiritual celebrity. And that's not something to gloat about, but it is. Because for so long I've been sitting in the back of the class, allowing everybody else to go, just taking last. Honestly, didn't want to put anything of mine on display because I knew that the gifts and the talents that I display is going to bring particular spotlights to me. And anybody that has any negative notion against me or jealous or just wants to pull me down or in fact accrue enough perceptional judgmental value from others that it would take to cancel me or throw negative energy toward me to, pretty much shade me or knock my focus or throw me off, which in some instances, right, then it would have actually worked because I wasn't sure of myself, very unsure, very not sure, well, not unsure, but just like so sure of myself that it's almost a guarantee that I'm gonna bring all the negative energy that I fear directly to me. Somebody gonna expose me from the things that I was choosing to do undisclosed because I failed to disclose it, even if I had cut it close and closed the door to it and no longer resonated with it and no longer did those things. Somebody specific out of all the people that had been in the scenes that I had been in or heard the things that I had done, even in mention, even as a rumor, would have felt the type of way at some point about the level that I had reached in success. I don't know why we do that to each other, even in the eventual. When dang, I've never would have thought it would be you. But it's like, hey, once people reach a certain point and they realize that everybody can't go, or they realize that I put this work in, I did this work, I'm not gonna allow anybody to coattail. I help you out if needed, but I'm not gonna allow anybody to coattail just because if I never reach this point, I'd never be receiving your call. I'd never be, and maybe I'm wrong for saying that. Maybe I'm better than that, right? Maybe you would hit me on my birthday or something, but that's it. Now you're hitting me daily, all the time, and you can't cover it up enough that the change isn't indicative of the change in my life and what's going on. You feel it, right? That energy is powerful. God know what time it is, and the only difference is I know what time it is now. And so when I wear shirts like this, it just makes perfect sense as to why I'm right here, right now, doing what it says, right in the shirt. And since I am in the shirt, what sense does it make if I don't do so? At least kind of, at least some. But let me remind you that I did say that my life was by design to include the brother of mine, which has been right by my side the entire time. Even in the womb, he just chose to come out after I did, so that in particular, it could be in alignment so that I could do the things that I was assigned and then he could complete the assignments. Understand? Meaning, directly, I was already being trained to be a leader the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Eating all those wrongs, eating all the conclusions of everything that I did, done, including myself in, even influencing him to join me in doing some of the wrong things because didn't hurt that bad. And I've learned my way in and out. Hey, here's how you get around the loopholes. And I protect you, my bro. We do things together. We always click tight, me and bro, until it was a sever, until I had to separate and complete the rest of this incision, which was God saying, listen, you're going to do it like this. And if you don't, just know you did, because the way I see it, the guarantee on the end of the receipt, that is the not do is something you didn't. You will want to listen. You wanted to trust me because you don't know what you're missing, but I do. And I'm assuring you, you deserve this. And it is so much more than you can fathom or think. Just keep working, keep walking, keep in alignment, follow the plan, understand that it is not about anybody else's perception of you any longer. This is how I view you. This is how I see you. This is how you are in my light. This is your representation. This is your position. This is your purpose. You, yes, you, yes, you. Figure it out. Sit down on the couch, have a seat. I know it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in, but think about it, reflect, add things up, whatever you got to do, get back to me. When I finally got back to him, I was just like, Lord, this makes so much sense. It makes too much. I'm one of those deep thinkers that's just like, I pick apart and just psychoanalyze things. But when you tell me to psychoanalyze and just make sure that I'm not tripping, that this is God talking, I'm like, not to mention, not too far back, I had decided to get on that line. Call him back and say, look, I'm ready. I'm ready for my calling this time. I'm done. I feel like I'm about to die. I feel like I'm gonna lose my life if I don't run to you like you want me to. My back's against the wall. White flag, I'm giving up, Lord. What I gotta do? Submit. Let me have it all. Break down. Lord, I have nothing. Okay. I'm gonna build you back up. You right on time, my boy. He didn't tell me that then, but he started telling me as the progression starts, like, wow, no, Lord, you on divine. Wow, what if I would have waited? What if I would have delayed it? It wouldn't have made no difference. When it comes to time, you are time. You know what to do with it. You know how to flip it. You know what to do when you get it. Say thank you and make it a mission specifically to assure me that you appreciate it so I can give you some more. Because you know that money, it ain't money no more once that time is cut for sure. Once you're done, you can't spend it and have no fun. You gotta release those funds. Those funds go to anyone but you now. Spirit world, you cannot spend dollar amounts. Can't even spend time. But the judgment will come, and all that fun will come down to one decision. What did you do with all that time that I gave you to freely choose how you spend it? Did you progressively move toward a savings at all? Not to mention, what happened at a point that you became aware of the notion of spending to equivalate and collectively add up to the value of the life given? It's yours. And it could be so easy. But if you, on the understanding of your own, lean on that, depend on that, and do things out of terrible intentions to allow your decisions to be influenced with, and you never change course, if you never turn around, if you never stop, if you never wake up, if you never seek me, I ain't say be perfect, but if you never see the worth in what's worth it, you will die worthless. Guarantee. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. I am the end goal, and I have given the world the truth, the way, the light. I have given a way to accept the wages paid for your sins of that you would otherwise have to pay with your life, irregardless of when you got it right. If you lived it right from after that night, no, you did sins, right? Okay, the wages of sins is death. One sin costs death. You're gonna do 100 of them before you get it right. I understand that, but if you just continue to do sin and live like you're living right and doing that, that isn't right. And at some point, everyone will be made aware that that isn't right. I don't care if you overhear. It's a little message. You're going to get it. And at that point, to be specific, you're going to have also the cognition to rearrange and do some changing. And if you do not, you can't say you missed it or didn't get it. The opportunity hit every ear that is on every human existence. The human race is for all to win. The prize is no difference. The first, second place, third place mission belongs to the enemy's intention to make it a competition so that you better than him and not better than him. And if you're not better than him and they got to go, then you'll kill him and just so you can get up ahead thinking that you're winning. That's unforgivable sinning. That means that you can still make it to the end and get it right, but you might be sitting in jail for the entirety of your life getting those right that's within it. And just maybe I'll allow you to have eternity in heaven and spend it. Actually, I probably will, because in spirit, just because you killed somebody doesn't mean that I held that and brought them back and now they relive their life in somewhere else and they get everything that should have been given before it got taken. That's how God works. Oh, it's fair for everybody. But if you're ungrateful and you're not realizing his fairness, kindness, generosity, understanding, loyalty, patience amongst anything, waiting for us to get right over and over again, even when we say we're going to get right, say we won't get right, and then do a day or two, it's cool, and then we go right back to living this like it's just, okay, it's whatever. It's a life. Flush it down the toilet. I don't care. What is heaven anyway? I ain't had it. Don't want it. No, trust me. The little bit that you have when you start living right, it's called heaven on earth. That's down here. Imagine dimensions on dimensions up where the existence of and the presence of actually is. And you get to stay there with no end, eternally, forever and ever and ever and ever and evers. As long as my soul's been alive since the beginning of time, yeah, I done rode in plenty of rides. Crashed every time. I didn't get past certain points to make it this close to the finishing line. Seen and heard was a problem. I was scared. You know, truth, honesty. I wasn't prepared enough. Slipped and fell. Reverted back to the mission to hell. Didn't do well, so had to be killed. Realign it. Now I'm here. Now I'm healed. Now I'm real. I'm Aaron. I'm Aaron still. I've been Aaron the whole time. I was just covering it up with a pair of heels. Not literally and figuratively, but both for real. Changed my name. Low influence. Changed the scene. Something I might be doing that I'll never do again once I leave that space. But once I go back, I'm pursuing it, man. I don't know why I'm doing it, man, but I'm doing it, man. And if you ask me at the time, I'm cool with it, man. But if I look back and have to watch me, Lord, forgive me for doing it, man. I know that you already forgave me, but wow, this is what you had to watch every time that I was doing it, man. And my relationship with you is so tight. I love you so much that I cannot believe that I hurt you off the simple choice that night. You was hurt while somebody else was hurting you, and you just taking it on the chin, Lord. You just, my child, my disgusting child. No judgment, but if you could only see yourself. But see, I'm paying attention to something else. My true self had left my body belonging to someone else. I'm really believing I'm something else, someone else doing something else, watching porno flicks, thinking I'm in that top shelf. Crazy. Crazy. That's how much manifestation played me. Oh, well, I played myself with it. Because whatever I wanted to happen, closed caption, I could make happen. The intention was never pure, though. I couldn't take that energy from there and bring it over her, though. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I ain't had no weed, even if I ain't had no pay, I got tree. I got high, somehow. That energy, that intention, that desire, brought it now. It may took a long time, but I got it. And I got it down on how to do that. So every day I smoked. I've been through that and realized that, damn, if I could do that, I could do that. Meaning the success, the goals, the things that I want, run to that. But nah, I said, nah, I ain't gonna do that. The things that I don't want exposed, I'm gonna put all my energy into that and allow for that to manifest. Don't get exposed. And it allowed me to just open up and be free with what I chose. And the decisions start to rise. And then my ascension arose. You feel me? My awareness, my my cognition, my consciousness, I started to see the control was in my own hands. I could say yes or I could say no. But if I decided to continue to realize what I couldn't let go, I was making the choice to let myself go and let myself know that I'm willing to eat the risk and consequences of getting exposed. Because at that time, it's just like, well, look, what if didn't had known? What if you didn't had known? What if nobody cared except who matters most, and he did in fact know, and he does. You ain't hide from nobody just because you ain't pray that day. He knew what you ain't want to say that day. He knew where you went, A. He knew your intentions when you woke up that day, A, and what you did, A, and what you was willing to do, A. He got it on video, A. He'll show you if you want to lie again. The judgment inside of it is still a sin. Now let's undisclose everything that is within that sin. But on the underline is still a sin, regardless of the severity of it. Is still. Everything else is just the decoration to make it appeal. You know what I'm saying? Real. And add peculiar adjustments needed to fix the root of why you feel that it was necessary to continue to make the decision to do so. Even after you were quote unquote healed. Even after it became real, even after you realized how you were making me feel, even after you realized that it would always make you feel ill afterwards, sick to your stomach on choosing something that created distance in between you and your best love of your life under the conditions of what you wanted at the time, knowing that the end would come, but the finish line that we started running from, ain't no end in sight. The eternal living in heaven, man, not for a sinner's life. Not for a sinner's life who remember what the sinning like and then go back to the sinning like the sin is what they like. You know where you going. I don't care how fast you running. I don't care where you going. You faking if you knowing, but showing that you know where you going. Stop it. You know you chosen. So the choices that you choose, they come in slow motion. So you can take that 3 seconds to really realize what you're about to go towards it and understand that it's different for you. I got a mission for you. Those that don't know are going to listen to you. You are a leader. So it's things that you got to stop. It's things that you got to mention you'll do or mention you did so that him and who do not, because of the realizations that you bring to view. And even if it's made clear then, or the adjustments is needed to make clear at the time that it is, when it does become real, it'll be because of you, because you are being obedient to what I said to do. And I'll be like, yep, God, I was. You allow me to roll down the hill and roll around in the dirt like a pig for real. And I lived it up the whole entire time. I do not even regret anything that I did for real. I found out a lot about this self of mine, and in existence, I feel divine because for real, I don't know who else would be encouraged enough, especially in the circles of myself. I don't care what they thought of or what they heard. Now they know that I was doing some things that I would have never aligned myself in the other life. I would have never even came out and said, hey, I've been doing this. Yep, I've been willingly doing this for a long time. Yep, I have. And I enjoyed the core of it, but everything that decorated it was just hiding it. It was just finding reason to define it. I wasn't even confused at a point no more. I was just used to something, looking for where I could find it, constantly seeking the choice that would immediately remind me as soon as I, and intertwined with it. It was something. It was an influencer. It was an inducer, like most things are, to procure you the moment, to heighten the senses so that it feel good in the moment. Don't let it be sex. Don't let us make a connection, and don't let it feel great. Don't let it feel like the best. Don't let it feel what I want to do next. Don't let it feel like we can hide and not tell anybody. And don't make me feel comfortable. Don't make me feel like I should be loyal. Don't make me feel like the secret is kept. Of course I'll come through and smoke a J, drink, feeling regret. Not at all. I'm feeling loose enough to be disrespectful to myself. I got it off. All the clothes. It's all exposed. But only him and I know. The secret, dosed, slept on. We don't know what's going on. What the heck wrong? We don't know. We ignore all that stuff. This the best song ever played if you playing it while you enjoying the day. And I mean enjoying the day in the most unenjoyable way. The afterward effect is what happens when you have to enjoy it in pain, and you was covering it up with something that you gained, lost, and have to regain if you want the same. That creates a circle. What's worse is it creates a cycle. What's worse is there's others that are more blind living just like you right now, and you broke the cycle, so you got to come back with a bicycle because you know how to go within. You got to go in those cycles and get them and make them notice it and teach them, show them this. Make sure that you know your position and wear it with ownership. I don't care about what you did. You signed up for all this ish. You said that you wanted to live that life and come out of all of it. You got the Jesus Christ package. He ain't even no sin. Perfect man. And then became sin. You think the nails hurt his hand? What? Worse. You see all the whips and chains? He ain't make a sound. Because he knew what he was going down for. And it wasn't just for him. It wasn't just for, it was for out of love and compassion for whoever you thinking of right now. He considered it all. He considered us all. He considered every one of us, knowing we'd fall victim to sin, even if we turn and because of it win. If he didn't do what he did, we'd still burn and be paying the wages from then. Understand that? So if you don't accept that, then that's a setback. So let that resonate in your spirit for where my head's at. I'm doing the same thing. And then clearly, I didn't want to do it. This isn't something that I initially ever wanted. I wanted the opposite. I never wanted to pursue this. Not truth. No. Because I can't believe I was hiding. I can't believe it was hidden. I can't believe I got to mention that I was actually in those positions. I can't believe that I did it. I can't believe that I did it. Didn't like the decision, but I liked the outcome that came with it. So much so, I ignored every other thing that came with it, even the pain that came with it. To be specific, the pain was what hurt me more than the pain that I came in it with, and trying to live in it without that pain. To be specific, this is what I can do and keep it secret on the low. Well, that's the mission. Nobody know? Well, listen, you on the same? Okay, I get it. You got stuff to lose, me too. Align with it. These are the same individuals I could talk to right now and remind niggas like, I don't know why you were connected to my life at the time, nigga, but I know now and I got your number. So on my life, put it down, nigga. And I ain't telling you what to do. Maybe you on the side of the crew, side of the road. Maybe that's your lifestyle. But make sure that you know. If not, either way, sexual immorality is the no way to go, because that sex part is going to keep you in a loop of choosing the immoral. The immoral for sure, either way, because you're not thinking about the immoral fact, though. You thinking about the fact that that sex comes with a plural, meaning you can continue to do it again, and you're going to come today and come tomorrow. And if you come back, you're going to come again. Seems pretty moral to me. Well, it is. When you blinded by sin and your eyes is closed permanently on purpose, because if not, you be remind what it is. You know, you conscious of it though. You know how I feel. You know how I feel in them shit. You know how I feel to be inside some warm guts once again, or to have something inside your warm guts once again. You know how I feel to almost about to be coming and you stuck once again. Like, what did I do? Because after I move past this mood, I'm feeling bad as news that they bring spotlight and action to, and eventually I think I know this is something I'm gonna have to do. I think I'm gonna actually get famous and somebody gonna call in the radio station saying, and I'm gonna be with Funk Flex, and they gonna be like, hey yo, I used to tag on that dude. And I'm be like, you know what? Hey, hold the call. What's up, brother? I'm glad you called. I'm glad you tapped in. Did you think you were hurting me by calling in and explaining what happened? Why don't you just explain what happened? We have a good time? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Honestly, when I think back about the things I did, it's funny. I would never do those things again, but I can find solace in thinking back. Like, man, I had some great times. And beyond that, first, I aligned with some great people, and I made sure that lines were crossed. So I just out there. You know what I'm saying? I had standards and everything. Like, I made sure I could trust and was comfortable, and people were somewhat attractive, even though I wasn't attracted. You know what I'm saying? And that it was fun and it was quiet kept and there was a connection there more than just the obvious, right? But once I was able to feel comfortable and pretty much justifying my decision at that point, and then giving support and justifying the decision for the both of us, well, I probably mentioned God, did I not? I probably mentioned my wrongs and my rights, right? I probably mentioned that I was a little bit aware, kind of scared that I was there because I was prepared for such and such to happen, but I'm just making you aware as if I cared. I really just wanted to trust you. I really just wanted to know nobody would test me beyond touch you. You know what I'm saying? But what if I took that away and they felt a different way and they said, well, I'm mad at A, so I'm going to tell what I told them I would in disgusting. And I'm going to tell it disgusting. And if somebody pay me for it and it deems important that they pay me for it, I'm going to do it on nothing. And now you're doing that for something or nothing or what? Because I'm here, I hear you clear, but I knew that this time and moment would appear. But look where I'm at. I'm right next to Funk Flex, music bumping. Yes, a lot of people already know what I done did. No assumptions, but maybe you didn't hear. Maybe you didn't get the new script, or maybe you just wanted to add to the news flick. Where you at? What you doing? Like, where your life at? What level you on? I got compassion. Let me bring you here. Matter of fact, let's go to dinner. I got you. I'm gonna fly you out. We're gonna talk. Because you need to get it clear that by design we connected for that time or one time or when I was blind or even if I was just acting blind and I made the decision to actually allow us to appear in the same scene that we are now reflecting on right here. It all happened in the same moment. I knew that it would happen, or at least I knew that it could happen. That's why I forewarned you to not expose me, but you did anyway. Isn't it alarming that I'm so cool with you being on this phone and me just going off at the moment? Because I'm not going off on you. I'm just letting you know that I'm honored that you even remember the me then. Have you seen me now? You should. Matter of fact, like I said, take you out to dinner. You should see me now. You should see how it is to be me now or be around me now. We could talk about the same things, but it ain't the same game. I don't know if you get down still, but if you get down still, hopefully you aligned in it right, maybe married or something. If not, I'm warning you, I'm telling you, God says it's about to get scary for someone. And you're not the only someone, but everyone doing sexual immorality or something, little, big, massive, you know, killing, it doesn't matter. Sin is what happens when you're ignoring what's happening, and you know what's happening because you're not just exploring anymore. You're exploring your actions and making it better, trying to receive it faster. Closed caption, more. The explorer becomes an adorer. Now you got your truths all over the floor, at least yours. Whether you hit it or put it up, or whether the mission is to remain stuck, even though you might know what's up. Are you just jumping all over the road? What's up? Do it right. God is forgiving. He's understanding. He's always with you. But it seems just like we live in blind and we'd rather just choose to get it right and getting right over living right. Ain't even trying to do the same. We're not even trying to do the fence anymore. We choosing the fence because the fence really isn't a fence, man. It's the justifiable way to say, well, I'm still on God's side. No, you're not. The enemy put that. It's all God's. But since you're going to get on the line between and know that you're representing both odds, that ain't even a reason to think that you might believe that you actually get some relief when it's time for judgment evening. Let me warn you. I ain't wishing harm upon you, but I'm letting you know because I'm connected to you and you got blessings running towards you. But you here trying to put me on a point or a stage where everybody says boo and cancels me. No way. I'm who I am, and I was born to be that way. So, hey, I love you.